As Minnesota continues to see a rise in cases of COVID-19, more businesses are taking action. As winter sets in, many restaurants are choosing to close. But as reporter Marielle Mose shows us, it's only temporary, with the hopes of coming back in the spring stronger than ever.
Dark Horse Bar and Grill in the heart of downtown St. Paul will only be pouring and serving for a few more days.
I can't fight something that's invisible. You know what I mean? If I could take COVID out in the alley and give it a left hook, I would.
Co-owner Patty Whalen made a decision to close his restaurant down for the winter in order to save it for the future.
I need long-term stability, and that's what I want to have for my staff, and the way for me to do that is to close. It's the only way.
This summer, they were able to use their patio to safely bring in a decent amount of customers. But without that option this winter, it didn't financially make sense to stay open.
Breaking even was impossible for us in the summertime. So in the wintertime, it's going to be much worse.
It's a life-saving tactic also being used by Central Northeast and Minneapolis.
We're trying to do all we can to conserve cash and to be able to come out on the other side.
This sidewalk is where their patio seating goes in the summer, but without it this winter, owner Andy Cohen says closing temporarily was their only option.
The math just didn't work, and you know what, it's an agonizing decision.
Both Dark Horse and Central hope to reopen sometime in the spring, but that will all be dependent on whether or not the virus is more under control next year. Marielle Mose, WCCO 4 News.
We have breaking news into our studio here, where the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals has ruled that Minnesota absentee ballots will need to be in by 8 p.m. on Election Day in order to be counted. Now, we're getting that through our sister station at WCCO in the Twin Cities. Previously, a ballot that was postmarked on November 3rd would still be counted so long as it arrived within a week. This ruling now requires ballots to be physically received by the end of the polling period on Tuesday. There's some good news in the latest unemployment numbers. We'll dive into that on Valley News Live at 6.